Before you register for up to 5 hours on Tuesday, July 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, you want to make sure that 3 things have happened. First, you should have created a class schedule plan. Second, you should have submitted that schedule plan for review. And finally, you should have checked your Wofford email daily until you receive an email from the summer advising team letting you know that your plan has been approved. When an advisor approves your plan, they will also release your advising hold. That will allow you to register for up to 5 hours on Tuesday, July 22nd. I'm in the student section of my.wofford.edu, and I'm going to click on the registration link. This brings me to the same registration page that I used in my class schedule plan. But instead of choosing Plan Ahead, I'm instead going to click on Register for Classes. If Fall 2025 isn't selected, go ahead and make that selection before pressing Continue. I see several options across the top, but I want to choose Plans, which will list all sections in my course schedule plan. All students can register for up to 5 credit hours in this first phase of registration on Tuesday, July 22nd. The basic idea for the first phase is that students get to choose a course that is most important to them. Depending on your interests, that might be a LIBA 101 section, a science lecture and lab, or another particular course pertaining to your major or general education requirements. You can choose any courses you would like as long as their total hours don't exceed 5. Most students will register for a 3 or 4 hour course, plus the 1-hour FYI course during Phase 1 of registration. For my first course, I'm going to add Biology 150B and the associated lab. If I want to register for the lecture, I must register for the associated lab at the same time. The system will not allow me to register for one without the other. These choices total 4 hours, so I can register for 1 more hour. Looking at my schedule, there is only one other option available, so I'll add the 1-hour FYI 101 section. At this point, the status shows as pending, and everything in the calendar section is gray. The action I want to take is web registration, but I have not registered yet. Go ahead and press Submit. If everything works successfully, the gray boxes turn into boxes with colors for every course. The status changed from pending to registered, and there is no other action pending. In this example, it looks like I have successfully registered for 5 hours, and so I am done. If you encounter errors when you go through this process on July 22nd, then you will need to make some changes. In this example, you can see that I have errors because the biology lab and lecture I tried to register for are closed. That means there are no available seats remaining. There may have been lots of seats available at 10:55 a.m., but when my registration went through at 11:01, all the seats had been taken by other students. This is a very common error at all colleges, so you should always be prepared with backup sections. Please try not to panic. The first thing you want to do is remove sections with errors. The system has already suggested this, so you can just press Submit. If Biology 150 is the most important course to me, I want to find another section that has seats available. There are several ways to do this, and no way is better than the other. I just want to make sure that I am using a method that I feel comfortable with. First, I could open the interactive course schedule in another tab. Then I can filter for Bio 150 sections with seats available. Second, I could open the PDF version of the fall schedule and look for rows of Bio 150 in a green font. Those rows all show sections with seats available. If I choose to use either of these methods, I can add the course registration numbers for the lecture and lab by clicking on the CRN tab at the top of the page. I can enter each CRN, using the tab key if I need more blanks. Then I can press Add to Summary and submit. The third method I can use allows me to search for Bio 150 sections from within the portal. This time, I'll start on the Find Classes tab. I'll search for Bio 150 and then look through the results for open sections. Remember that I must choose a lecture and lab section with the same letter. When I find 2 open sections, I'll add them and press Submit. That registered me for both courses. Using these simple steps and some careful planning before registration opens on Tuesday, July 22nd at 11 a.m., you should be able to successfully register for up to 5 hours during the first phase of the registration process. Remember that you will register for the rest of your courses during the second phase of registration, which begins on Thursday, July 24th at 11 a.m. It's incredibly important to remember a few things. You cannot register until you have first created your course schedule plan, second, submitted that plan for review, and finally, checked your Wofford email every day until the summer advising team has approved your plan and released your advising hold. If you have any questions, please write advising@wofford.edu from your Wofford email account. Any of the summer advisors will be happy to help.